All right, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So today we are going to be doing another How Hard Can the Unit Hit video. And this time around, I wanted to do um, a revisit for a character. And I am referring to Super Saiyan Broly here. Now, Broly was the first one of these I ever did. And obviously, it being the first one, I didn't have the sort of formula refined at all. I think I only got to like turn 60 or 70, something like that. I don't think I had like the perfect links for him. And just, there's no leader skills and everything. So I wasn't using items then, right? Essentially, I wanted to revisit a lot of the first couple of characters I've done. I think I want to do like Tech Gohan as well. Um, because I do need to revisit them, but I need to do it sooner rather than later because the way that Dokkan has been like power creeping stuff recently, even stats that are somewhat crazy from like last year just look like nothing nowadays, right? And given that this guy was like the apex attack character on release a little more than a year ago for global, right? I definitely want to give him the best chance to shine as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's get our first couple of turns in as we do, and then obviously I will get the stack in. Now this is one that may take a while. Oh my god! Of course he's in. Of course he's in the second or the seventh slot. Okay, well, here let me cut away then, and we'll come back and get his intro in. All right, so we're back here. Now, I did have Gloria on the other rotation, but it was necessary to float this Broly off. Now, he does have an AoE, which is not good for this, obviously. However, he does transform, starting from the fourth turn from the start of battle. And he's actually a very, very insane linking partner for AGL Broly. So, obviously, I do need to utilize him for that later on. However, that being said, we're ready to get going here. I think that Broly is going to look very, very nice, but obviously we'll have to see. Let's get going here. Now, the last one I did was once again. It was literally the first one I did for in general stacking attack video. I was very curious about seeing how it go, and it was a bit scuffed, but he did look pretty decent by the end. Now once again, I didn't use like items or we didn't have like HG or anything back then, so his attack stat is going to jump up quite a bit. So we're starting off with 11 mil here. Obviously, not the most competitive number. However, once we get a lot of stacks in, he is going to look very, very good. So, once again, I'm not. I don't like the idea of doing like revisits nonstop. There's a lot of characters I sort of need to revisit, but I'd much rather do like a new character as opposed to revisiting the character. However, just once again, Dokkan has been like pushing hours as well as like boss cards stats just so highly recently that I do want to get these in while their numbers will still look at least somewhat impressive before my brain gets totally fried. Like I got Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta up to what was it, like some 432 million, which I think that's what it was. It was roughly around there, which obviously is it's a very crazy stat to have, just in general, like Dokkan. However, when considering these that I do, right? The last, well, not all of the characters, but several of the characters I've done recently, I've broken like 1 billion, you know, and up into like 1.4 billion, and you know, like Zamasu, the counterpart to this Rose card, um, the new Carnival Rose. I literally, he hit so hard he broke the integer like overflow, so he hit for 0 because he went over the max number Dokkan can show is like 2.1 some odd billion. It's something like that. So I broke that. So it's just, I do want to make sure to do characters more so in line with that, you know, 400, 600 some odd mil range for these, before that number just becomes completely inconsequential, right? Because I do think, like, AGL Broly, I mean, he literally came out a year ago, you know, a year and 2 months, something like that, on Global, right? And it's like, how is he do, like, no fucking damage compared to new character? Like, it's just wild to think about it in that lens. So I do want to make sure to do characters like him. So that obviously that's what we're doing. We are actually going to have
to bring about the justice I desired. I needed the perfect sympathizer as my ally. In this timeline, there is no one who can stop us. We have all the power here. The two of us alone.
I had to let the tag play there. We're actually going to have 5 out of 7 links with physical Broly. So obviously that'll be very nice. Now, this guy does not have a lot of defense, but I think he should do fine here relatively, as long as I keep him in slot 2. Otherwise, I would be a little worried about him, but regardless, I think this is going to AGL Broly, I think, will look very nice by the end here, because I mean, he's just already starting out higher than what, like, Super Saiyan Vegeta was hitting, for example. And we're definitely going to have a lot more buffs available to hit him than I did for Vegeta. So I think my first one I did with Broly, it was something like 119 or 46. It was some 100-odd million. And I want to give the GOAT, you know, his big chance to shine, you know, but before his damage just becomes even worse, right? So, I mean, that's what we're doing here. I think I might also, for defense stacking, revisit the Tech Gods and the Super Saiyan 4s, just to sort of show exactly what that insane support from Gogeta does for them, because they have no phase 2. So getting 230% phase 2 support will obviously be very, very substantial for them. So I just want to get a bunch of these sort of revisits in while we're in a bit of a lull period. I still need to do, like, Tech Easy Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Mine's only 55%, sort of the issue with that. But I'll still get to him at some point. But regardless, we're going to get the stacking now. We will come back and we will see just how hard AGL Broly can hit. Alright, so we are back here. I'm up to turn 102. I did have to go a little bit over, so we're at the point where we're refreshing stacks now. But we're here. We're ready. I'm very excited to do this. So you know, I gotta give the king his actual time to shine. He did not get it before. Now, for Broly here, I'm gonna do a base turn, and then I'll do the transform turn next turn. And I will say it's very ironic I decided to do this today. And I was thinking about doing easy at Gohan, but I was like, you know what, honestly, let me get the revisit in for Broly. And it turns out I haven't really looked at the kit yet. But the Part 2 LR is actually Wrath Broly. They revealed through Community Fest that there's going to be a producer letter at some point. I do need to wait for them to post the Twitter sort of graphics. As far as I know, they don't have the stats included with what they showed at Community Fest. So I'd need to do that to even do calcs. So I'm just gonna wait until later on. But with that being said, I think we're in for some exciting stuff. But yeah, even though this is gonna be our base turn, I am actually going to pop the Rose active. That way we can actually have it up here. So let's do this real quick.
To achieve our virtuous plan, the Zero Mortals plan, we are sentencing the most unsightly beings to the heaviest punishment.
Okay, so with the Rose active, obviously, we do get a pretty massive increase to Broly's power. 15% attack and defense for 4 turns, so obviously going to be very nice. And then, without further ado, I mean, we're ready to get started here. I don't have any of the items up or anything just yet, obviously. So, once again, this will be our base turn. And then next turn, we'll do the transformation and everything. So that is the thing with AGL Broly. I can't do like a base transformed turn because he does have the attack all. So we're up to 78.2 mil, which in base I'd say is very good. Considering we still have to transform him, right? And he gets a increase the stats just from doing that. And then, I mean, he'll get his domain boost as well, which will be very significant. We have Jiren and the Glorio. Their support isn't active. We still have the other Rose active to go, as well as, we do have Super Gogeta on the team, right? And then also, like, the items, like, he is going to jump up a massive amount. I could see him getting up into like the 600-ish mil range, maybe. Would be my guess. I mean, we'll have to see, obviously, but I certainly, from the first one I did, a significant increase, right? So I did want to make sure to sort of right the wrong, quote unquote, with him. Those first couple of the stacking videos where I wasn't really too sure about what I was doing just yet. Yeah, he was the first one, so I definitely, I gotta let him have his time to shine. So I mean, that's what we're doing here. And it's just really, I don't know, the timing. I can't get over it. Like it was literally a last second decision. I literally went to start recording the EZA Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and it's just I've been holding off because he's 55%, and I was like, I don't know, that really held me back today. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need to do him, but it's also, he's not nearly to the power I think he should be, obviously. So I don't know. We'll and I can't really use him as a friendly. We'll see how I go about it. But yeah, let's get to popping all the animations here. Okay, and then Jiren just needs to be in slot 2. Glorio needs to be in slot 3, so we'll do it this way.
You can take it from here. The fighters who hoped to challenge me have already failed.
Now, Jiren, his attack support, it's a pretty high amount, honestly. 70% for 2 turns when he's in slot 2 or 3. And then Glorio obviously has the 50% out of allies, so we'll be getting 120% phase 1 stats to Broly, which obviously is going to be a very massive amount. And The only thing that sucks is we're not going to be able to see like Broly Barrage because he's just going to, you know, end things. Well, actually, it's his 12 key that's the AOE, isn't it? So I guess we'll technically see a animation. Well, both the animations, but a 12 key attack stat. But obviously, we're not going to get to see him do everything, unfortunately. But it's just the way it has to be. I mean, AOE's are a good mechanic. Although unlocking it at turn 5 or whatever the hell his transformation condition is, I forget. Certainly isn't the best in general. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just because I didn't see the full kit, but I did I do know that the new Broly is a stacker, so that's why I'm really excited. I literally just saw that before it's I like my stacking characters, so I don't know. Hopefully I can manage to pull him. We'll see. Well, supposing he's actually good. Once again, I haven't really fully examined his kit. I just saw his SAFX. So, all right. But here we are. I do need to have a Gogeta in slot 1. This way, I mean, we don't have Berserker. This is just way too difficult to activate for this sort of setting. But, I mean, we have everything else. And I'm going to have Broly in, slot 2 here. And this should work out very, very nicely. But let's see how this goes. Okay, now to use the boost active skill.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Alright, hopefully I can get this just immediately, but we'll have to see. Usually I don't get that lucky. But first, transformation time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's been quite a while since I've used this guy. What exactly is his percentage on his domain again? Isn't it like double 10% or something? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. And then how much attack does it even have in its passive? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Alright, yeah, we're good to go here. Hopefully I can get lucky with the Chilais, let's see. And if I have to reset the turn... Okay. Maybe. Please? Please? Oh my god, I actually got it immediately! That rarely happens. Let's go. Alright, well, Broly is going to be very, very crazy here, obviously. Let me click that. Use the World Tournament Announcer. And we're gonna see a really, really good turn from Broly here. I mean, what exactly... I mean, we'll see, but I don't know. They just definitely... Once again, I'm so excited for the new Broly. Just seeing these stacks, I suppose he could technically still beat ass with stacking. But, I don't know, it's the fact that he's like a part of a community fest. Like, I feel like he's probably going to have to be pretty crazy. But, once again, I am waiting to fully examine his details, right? Until, they post something on Twitter so I actually know the stats so I can even do pelts. But, I don't know, once again, the timing. I can't get over the timing. It's like I literally, last second, decided to revisit this guy today, and it's just like perfect timing. Okay, so it should be this attack here, right? 842, huh? 842? Yo! Hey, Broly, I see you, buddy. 842 million. Goddamn. Okay. Yeah, that's even higher than I thought. Okay, maybe he still has a little bit of juice, huh? Because, you know, once again, I mean, a lot of these characters, are usually in like the billionish range. A lot of the recent characters, rather. I mean, not all of them, right? But you know, we got like the Tech Gods, the Super Saiyan Forwards, Hit, Blue Goku, the new Rose, Vegeta, and Zama. Like it, I don't. There's not a lot of characters between like 600-ish million and 1 billion. So the fact that he actually hit 842, I'm actually very impressed by that. Yeah, I definitely needed to write this because that is a significant increase from what he got to before. Okay. Well, I guess that just goes to show what using the items and then all the new active skills and everything does for a character. And then obviously, this time around I was able to stack more, even though we went a little over the turn limit. But regardless, definitely a very, very nice look for Broly. I'm glad I did this. But yeah, we'll end this one here. I hopefully they posted the info on Twitter while I was doing this. I kind of doubt it. I think it'll probably be in like 38 minutes that they post it from when I'm recording this, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.